from a vented liners to a vented claw. Okay? And really at this flow rate, it doesn't make much difference, does it? Okay, now watch. We'll put the slip in there, and you can kind of see that it still makes your air bubbles, but it's really not backing up at all in the liner, right? Okay, now let's go to 4 liters. So kind of a medium producing cow, right? Can you see that at a little bit higher flow rate, we're starting to back up some here in some of these liners a little bit?
Yeah. Oh.
See how it's starting to back up here just a little bit? Okay, now let's get our slip in. You really see that, them air bubbles, right? And that's what we don't want on a dairy, is air bubbles. Okay, now let's close the claw, open the liners up. And you see that what you're seeing is that it does a better job. If you vent it up here, it helps keep the milk away from the teat better than it does when it's down in the claw. Okay? But this isn't a very high flow cow, and it wouldn't make much difference on this cow yet. Now let's go higher. We're going to go to 6 liters now, so we're getting a little bit higher producing cow. And what you see here is no backup, right? Milk's going away. You see a little bit here, but the vent is letting air in, and we're keeping the water away right here very nicely, right? I think it's the way that thing is. I need to do a better job on that one. Okay, now let's close the vents on the liners. Okay, and open the claw vent. Look at the difference. Can you see what's going on? Look at this. Look at the water. That's the difference between a vented claw and a vented liner. It doesn't make any difference at 2 to 4 liters, but now it's 6. Now you're really starting to see it. Look at that way it's backing up here.
Raise a little bit more the production of the dog.
Now go to 1 more higher. Look how you're just bathing the end of that teat. Now one thing I'll tell you, now let's put a slip in there once. Or a squat. Look at that one, it's just bathing that teat. There's not enough to keep that away. What a difference, isn't it? Now let's undo them.
Olha lá, olha a diferença agora, ó. O mesmo aqui dessa vulcana. Mas
essa vaca tem peito ruim.
Now, I'll tell you this much. Milkrite is really pushing their new vented mouthpiece liner. Okay, what they're saying is it does make a difference. Now, so what I'm going to do is this would be like venting the mouthpiece, okay? So you can see it does help keep the water away whether you vent it there or you vent it in the mouthpiece.
What is it?
So, you know, their new vented mouthpiece liner, if you put the vent up in the mouthpiece or here, it does help. The problem with vented mouthpieces, if you don't do a good job of prepping the cow, then you're going to have more slip because it's always venting all the time in the mouthpiece, okay? The reason they vent their mouthpiece is they have a triangle liner. So the air tends to go up in the mouthpiece and choke off that top valve. So by putting the vent here, they don't allow that air to go up and choke off that top valve.
Choke up?
You know, cause that edema.